Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. This one is for February 5th, 2014. I know it's a little late and there's good reason for that. I'll show you that in a second. Now this video is full of good news and bad news, but before we get to that, the last video I made, a subscriber of mine called, his YouTube handle is KenL606. Okay, he's a really great guy. He's doing cool things home brewing wise. He's making ciders and sizers. He's making wines, and he brews beer. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to him, after you watch this video, of course, pop on over to his channel, watch his videos. You know, if you like them, subscribe, thumb up the videos, leave comments, because, well, we all love comments. At least I do. Well, to get to the point, the last video I made, he asked me to show off my wines, and show him I will. We'll go to this quick clip, and we'll be right back. Alright, Ken, in last week's video you made a comment and asked me to show off my wines, and here they are. The one on the left is my traditional mead. That's nothing more than 3 pounds of honey, a gallon of water, and 1.5 times the amount of yeast nutrient needed for a normal wine. That's sat in primary with 2 pounds of raisins. It's now in secondary or first racking. You can see the compact lees on the bottom, and it's starting to clear up nicely. The one right next to it is my strawberry wine. Okay, very little sediment on the bottom of that. The one next to that is my blueberry wine, and you can see a small amount of fermentation still going on. And focus. One right next to that is my strawberry raspberry wine, and that is in first racking as well. You can see the yeast sediment on the bottom and foam on top. And right down here, see if I can get it all, is 5 gallons of banana wine. When that is finished, it's going to be 10% ABV. Okay, so those are the wines that I have going on right now. Every spring I do a dandelion wine. I'll probably do a updated video on how to make that. How to make dandelion wine was actually the first video I ever posted, and even though the steps are there, I may, you know, do things a little differently this year. And since it was my first video, it probably isn't any good, although it's my most popular with somewhere around 900 views so far. Okay, getting back to the good and the bad news. The bad news first. It's been really, really cold in Pennsylvania. Like the entire month of January and February, and you know, some huge weather phenomenon they're calling the Polar Vortex, where it's just, I mean, it's stupid cold. At night the temperatures are anywhere between 10 degrees and 0 degrees Fahrenheit, wind chills between -9 and -20, and because of that, everything down in my garage froze. Everything, including all my beer. And so far this year I have lost 10 gallons of beer. The kegs freeze solid. I bring them up to the house. They take 3 days to thaw out, and then I have a choice. I can put them back in the garage so they freeze again, or I can keep them up here, and what happens is, since it's not cold, they lose carbonation, the beer goes flat. You know, plus then the beer gets cloudy. I end up with, you know, stuff floating in it. And anyway, long story short, I've lost 10 gallons of beer so far this year, so I am not brewing any more beer until the spring, at least another month. I'm not even going to step foot in my homebrew supply store until I am positive nighttime temperatures are going to be above freezing and stay that way. But the first all grain beer that I make this year, as I said before, is going to be the Kiwi Pale Ale with the Motueka hops that I got from Chubby and the Missus from Shadowbeast Brewing. So thanks again, guys. The second all grain beer I'm going to do is a Mountain Goat Steam Ale clone. The all grain recipe I got from Dino from Tube Dinos. Thanks, Dino. I could have probably found the recipe, but you emailing it to me was pretty much a time saver. So, I mean, thanks, man. But the show that I am serious about homebrewing, and I mean, as a hobby and whatnot, I'm not backing off of it or videos on YouTube. I purchased a few things recently. First is 3 pounds of hops. I got 8 ounces of Kent Golding hops, 8 ounces of Cascade hops, another 8 ounces of Autumn hops, but I have about 4 or 4.5 ounces of Autumns left over from last year. I got 8 ounces of Nugget hops, and they're claiming to be 16.5 to 19% alpha acid. Yeah, that's pretty high. Those are going to be my bittering hops for this year. And I got a pound of Fuggle hops, simply because they're my favorite. Okay, I also upgraded to a 15-gallon stainless steel boil kettle. So I can do, instead of 5-gallon batches of beer, I can do 10-gallon batches of beer. So I can fill both my kegs at the same time, keep the keep the private bar fully stocked for whenever I want to use it. If my brother comes over for a few pints, or when company stops over, right? The kegs will be full of a tried and true homebrew for people to try, maybe get involved with the hobby themselves. Oh, here you guys go. This, I don't know how well you can see it, is a 15-gallon stainless steel boil kettle. Okay, now you guys are probably saying that looks a whole lot like one of the containers they put milk in, and I assure you it's not, but it looks that way. And I got this at what I consider a bargain, because I was at my homebrew supply store looking for boil kettles, and a 15-gallon boil kettle was, just because it was a big pot, was pretty much outrageously priced. I got this kettle for $20 less with an addition too. It comes with one of these. No? Okay, now you guys from New Zealand might know what this is, but if you don't, I'll tell you. That is a 15-gallon stainless steel water distiller. And what I'm going to do with it, okay, now before we go any farther, I just want to say I am not going to make ethanol or any kind of liquor with this, because that's illegal, and I stopped doing illegal things when I graduated high school. As far as I know, the only place on the planet where it is legal to distill your own liquor is New Zealand, and I'm jealous, but here in the States it's illegal. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use it to distill water for my brew. And the concept is, pretty much cut and dry. I fill the kettle with 15 gallons. I distill it until I have 10 gallons, and not all, but most of the minerals and the contaminants and all the other crap in tap water will be left behind in the remaining 5 gallons. And that's the water I'm going to use for my all grains. Okay, and plus I got the pot with it. Let's see. I am also going to be adding an additional 2 kegs to my kegging system. I currently have 2 kegs, but I'm going to have 2 more kegs. So 2 kegs will be filled with, as I said, a tried and true, really good homebrew. And the other kegs will be filled at various times with different recipes. I also decided this year that I'm going to, when I try a new recipe, I will first make a 1 gallon batch and bottle it, and that way I only end up with a couple of beer bottles full. So if I say try Tube Dino Zombie Dust IPA, I can make a gallon batch of it, and if I like it, then I can brew a 5 or 10 gallon batch, and if I don't like it, well, I've only got a few bottles to drink anyway. Let's see. I am trying to set up a brew schedule for the year. You know, certain 10 gallon batches, 5 gallon batches, and the year's still early and I'm not really brewing anything right now, but I'm up to at least 1 5 gallon batch of wine coolers, because the ones I made last year were fantastic. A little strong, but really great tasting. I'm currently up to 100 gallons of beer in various recipes and forms, kits, all grains. Alright, now these, I'm just getting these, the amounts from things that I know I'm going to brew. With the inclusion of the dandelion wine that I do in the springtime, I will brew 15 gallons of wine this year, 1 gallon of mead, and at least 2 5 gallon batches of cider, which I will, bottle and carbonate. It's always good to have a few bottles of wine coolers and ciders in the fridge, because sometimes you just get beered out. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you guys this year, this week anyway. And well, I don't have any homebrew, so I don't have anything to toast you guys with. But as always, I hope your week this far has been good. I hope the rest of your week can be even better. Until the next video, take care of yourselves. Cheers. 17, guys.